Good Wednesday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Wednesday evening. Now, looking at the radar right now, you can see that nothing's happening inside South Carolina right now. It's looking very good. Not really focusing on anything too much right now. So that's a great thing. So let's go ahead and zoom our way out. We're gonna go ahead and zoom out. You can see the United States is looking pretty just kind of busy. Again, we have some severe storms going on down here inside of Texas and Arkansas, as well as Louisiana as well, which we have a tornado just to the east of Shreveport, I believe. Tornado warning, at least. So we have all that going on. We have some damage over here inside of Tennessee and Kentucky, as well as up here in Ohio as well. Even Canada is having some severe storms right now, mainly with damaging winds as well. Even some damage over here in New York as well. We even do have some rain up here inside of the north and northwest as well. So pretty much we have some areas of rain, areas of severe storms, areas of everything pretty much all around the United States right now. But again, it's not really the worst that we've seen. Definitely not the worst that we've seen. Let's go ahead and talk about cloud cover. So here it is right here. Our cloud cover for pretty much right now, current cloud cover. We have some clouds moving in from the west, pushing into the upstate right now. Most of it is already inside of the upstate, but they're pretty high, wispy clouds, so they're not really anything that will obstruct your view from the sky too much. Obviously, so there are some isolated areas that could potentially get some heavier cloud spots, but most likely there's just some very light clouds, nothing really that you have to worry too much about. And then in terms of cloud cover as well, you can push that forward. That cloud cover will push down all the way to the coast, going into like early tomorrow as well. And here's like tomorrow, like this is like actually like early, like kind of like late morning hours. You can see that most of the cloud cover has made it to the coast, and most of South Carolina will be covered by clouds. So it's going to be a pretty cloudy day tomorrow as well. Going into like the early afternoon, late afternoon hours. Current temperatures right now is 82 at Columbia, 73 at Charleston, 75 in Savannah, 71 in Myrtle Beach, 77 in Rock Hill, and Greenville, as well as 79 in Anderson and Augusta. Low temperatures for tonight. Low temperature around 66 in Columbia, 70 in Charleston, 68 in Myrtle Beach, 65 in Rock Hill, 66 in Greenville, 65 Spartanburg, 66 Anderson, and 65 for Aiken as well. We talked about 70 for Charleston, 73 for Hilton Head Island. Here's our precipitation chances for the next, pretty much for like the next 24 hours or so. We pretty much have the chance for some rain for the upstate and going to like the Florence, Columbia regions as well. Not really much, but we're going to go ahead and check out the models as well. And I see some more people entering the chat as well. Just know that the whole internet issue that we had yesterday, I don't think it's completely fixed yet. So if the stream does do like a little thing, just hold on and it should be back up. But going to the 18Z, talking about today, going to tomorrow, and I believe the Wednesday, Friday as well. So pushing it forward, just you can see the little blue thing at the top. It's currently doing its thing real quick. All right, it's back. So here, maybe some showers pushing in at 1 a.m. for the very northern part of South Carolina, but obviously that does not last long at all if it does happen. So it's nothing really that you may want to, nothing that you really would want to freak out about. Maybe like your hair getting wet. It's not really gonna last that long. But then the thing that you actually might want to watch out for is tomorrow at around 6 p.m., where we do have some storms even entering the region as well, up here in the upstate as well. These storms, obviously, gusty winds, small hail can all be possible from these storms as they move through the region, and they're going to bring thunderstorms pretty much for this entire region all the way up here. So pretty much this entire region all the way up here, and then look at them trying to traverse more to the southeast as well. They keep on moving, and they move through the Columbia region. They move through up here in like the northern PD region, just regular northern portion of South Carolina, near Rock Hill, Lancaster, Laurinburg, North Carolina. And then look at this, when it gets to like Florence and Orangeburg, it kind of dissipates a little bit. So the coast may be saved from some rain, especially the more you get to the low country as well. I do think that obviously there's a chance, I think, for some showers down here near like the Myrtle Beach, Conway, Loris, Marion areas. But I think the majority of the rain's actually going to be up here for tomorrow evening as well. But I think the low country might actually get missed with most of the rain. A couple of raindrops cannot be ruled out, especially going into like the early mornings hours as well on Friday. But other than that, that's all that I see. Some more showers possible 2 p.m. on Friday as well, going to like McCormick and Edgefield as well. Let's go ahead and talk about the SPC outlook. So we are under a marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow. So those small hail and gusty winds could potentially have some isolated large hail and some isolated damaging wind gusts with them as well. If we go ahead and look at the 4-panel discussion, because I do want to see what they have up for that as well. So pretty much in terms of pretty much marginal risk, you do have a 5% risk of damaging hail, 5% chance of damaging winds as well. And pretty much with that, it's pretty much going to be isolated large hail, isolated damaging wind threat, as I was saying earlier. Gonna go ahead and continue through. We also are under a day three risk of not really severe weather, but just a regular thunderstorm. But this is for the entire state. This is for Saturday. Not Saturday, Friday. This is for Friday. So day 2 is Thursday, day 3 is Friday. So everyone has a chance of seeing some thunderstorms on Friday as well. Here, if we go ahead and push over to the Weather Prediction Center, we are under a marginal risk of excessive rainfall as well, going into the top portion of South Carolina as well. Just a marginal risk of excessive rainfall going into up here as well. But really just for like a 5% risk, not much. Minor flooding, maybe some isolated flash flooding, but it's nothing that you really have to watch out too much for. And then if you go into day 3 over here for like the Greenville, Anderson regions as well, marginal risk of excessive rainfall as well for this western region over here for like the Blue Ridge Mountains as well. And let's go ahead and talk about the future. So here is the GFS model as well. If you go on ahead and push this forward, you can see that pretty much the rain that pushes in pretty much for tomorrow, that goes on through, and it pretty much will drop some pretty beneficial rain for sure. I know some people, want it to rain. It will drop some pretty beneficial rain, bring some thunderstorms again with like the damaging wind threat as well. So it's gonna be again that thunderstorm risk with that heavy rain threat, and that all the severe threats are possible with that. That's gonna get out of our hair. And then on the 28th, we could potentially see some more rain with that as well. Keep on pushing it forward. A high pressure tries to develop going to May the 31st. And then June's going to bring some rain. June the 2nd, we're going to have some heavy rain up there inside the upstate. And then June the 3rd, that pushes down towards the coast as well. And then once we continue that forward, again, not really watching for too much as that continues moving on forward. And then we have this huge system right here that I think we're going to have to watch out for some severe weather for. This is on June the 6th. A bit too far out to talk about it, but still, this feels like a classic severe weather threat right here. So we're going to have to be watching out for that as well. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and hear from our audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by going ahead and joining us at 9 o'clock. That's when we have our live recording session. I already talked about this earlier inside the live stream, but I already said that there was something going on with my internet already. I already see some chats about it. So again, um, that same thing was happening last night. I don't know what's going on, and it's the same thing going on with my phone as well. My phone's also having some issues as well. So honestly, I don't know. It's just something that's going on at my house specifically. But let's go ahead and hear from people and see what they have to say. Hopefully, the internet and audio thing won't be too bad. But if it is, the recording will come out, and you should be able to check it clearly on there because I can record with no internet. So we have Mr. Anthony says, "Good evening, JP." My cousin says, "Hi, Joseph," and then, "Good evening, Joseph. How was your day? My day was well. You are breaking up. Audio is breaking up." And then, "Hey, Joseph," and that's it. So let's go ahead and do our famous San Antonio forecast real quick because everyone knows that it's famous. Everyone knows what it is. So go on ahead and get back over here, which you do have some pretty bad severe weather up to your northeast. So luckily you're not in there. But in terms of precipitation, if we go ahead and push this forward, not really seeing much in terms of precipitation for the next 48 or so hours. So you're looking good on that front. And in terms of temperature-wise as well, go ahead and get that to load up real quick. So there it goes. I'll wait for that little blue thing at the top to load up. Again, that thing, sometimes it can take 2 seconds. Sometimes it can take for as long as it wants to. But, I mean, already starting off at probably around like 3 o'clock p.m., you were at around 83 degrees or so. So it was still pretty warm out there. Going in around 3 o'clock as well. So if we go ahead and continue pushing this forward, you can see that it kind of like quickly rose at around 4 or 5 o'clock. You got to like 96, 98. And then as we go into tonight it gets to around 77, stabilizes around 77. And then as we go into tomorrow, highs around 99. And then as we go into tomorrow night as well, lows around 77 again. And then tomorrow at around, not tomorrow, but Friday around 2 o'clock, you're going to be getting around 94.5 degrees at 2 p.m. on Friday. So it's still going to be a pretty hot one out there. Still do not keep on remember to drink water if you go outside at all. If you're out there talking about just severe weather in general, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the single site radar, and we're going to show that you're not, unless you're in this very northern portion near Hello's, Hollywood Park and Shirts as well, inside of northern San Antonio, you do have a marginal risk. For day 2, for tomorrow, nothing for day 2, and nothing for day 3 as well. And I'm going to guess nothing for day 4, 5, or 6 either. So that's pretty much that. Nothing else really to say on that. And that's pretty much it. So I don't see any other questions. Audio's on, and Hello J. All is listening. Thank you for that. And that's it. So, again, I'm gonna try and I don't know. I might have to lower my resolution on my recording thing, because maybe my recording's taking most of the juice away from the actual live thing. So I might have to decrease that a little bit. And if that doesn't fix it, well, then I might just have to do a hard reboot, because I don't know why. It's been working fine ever since I've started. And now it's just doing all these technical stuff now. But that's all that I have. So I don't see anything else inside the chat. In terms of weather news as well, obviously that hazardous heat is still happening pretty much from Texas and to portions of the Gulf Coast as well. Gulf Coast and Texas now, so like New Orleans, over there near Mobile. I think Gulfport is also over there. I'm not sure. Is it Gulfport, Mississippi? I believe so. And probably like the Panhandle of Florida, watching out for some dangerous heat over there as well. And then severe weather for portions of Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas today, or going to tonight as well, which we talked about that at the beginning. But that's pretty much it. So everyone have a fantastic Wednesday night. Thank you, no problem. Have a fantastic Wednesday night, and I'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock a.m. for another forecast update. Make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. Make sure to share as well. We're at 106 subscribers. Everyone have a fantastic